Hi and welcome to this man cave of mine. I thought today I'm gonna show you a bit around, just to maybe give you some inspiration if you wanted to maybe make your own man cave. But this is basically the room that I work in most of the time for my normal daytime job, but it's also in here that I do all my more fun stuff. So maybe let's start over here. We have a cupboard. You can see up here there's some suction going down to the cupboard. And as you might have already seen, it says Bambu Lab on the cupboard here. So let's try and open up, see what's inside. So inside here we have one P1P 3D printer with a EMS. And just below we have another P1P without the EMS, and you can see I've soundproofed the entire cupboard. And inside here, this is pretty dark. Inside here there's some suction that basically takes whatever fumes and heat that might come from the printers and lead them outside. Next to the cupboard we have all my filament here, many different colors, so there's always something to choose from. You can see I have a lot of these silica things here. That's for the 3D printer. I put them inside of every spool of my filament. You can see I've made this 3D printed case that goes inside the spool, and it's basically filled up with this silica stuff here. Actually it was the same in the EMS. If we try to open up here, you can see we have this box down here, here, and so on, and they're all filled with silica. And if you, for example, take one of the spools out, you can also see that it has this 3D printed insert, which is also filled up with silica. On the front, there's not much, so much reflection, but it's basically an indicator of the humidity. Let's go over here. Some TV stuff going on. I print all kind of 3D models, so this is just some of the things that I've printed. And my ongoing project for now is building my own Amiga 1200. And actually this one is the Amiga 500 Mini mainboard that I just took out of the Amiga 500 Mini. And so I was just testing yesterday if everything was working, so I just connected a normal keyboard, some controller, mouse and so on, and just wanted to see if everything was up and running, and it seems to work fine. Which basically leads to what I have over here. Is Amiga 500 keyboard, and this one I have, you can see right now I actually have a connector that goes from the old plug here and uses Arduino that converts it into micro USB, so you can basically just plug it into a normal USB. But I want to change this. I want to convert this keyboard here, this A500, to a A1200 keyboard. And that's why I've actually bought a new membrane, which is right over here. You can see in here we have a new membrane, and it's for the A1200. So basically I'm gonna take the A500 membrane out, get rid of all this up here. It's not really needed for the A1200, and replace it with the A1200 membrane instead. Also, I have got this Keyrah, just got it today, so quite excited about it. Haven't had any time at all actually to look into what it can do for me, but this should basically enable me to connect the 1200 keyboard to this Keyrah, and it will understand the input, so I can use it in a USB device. And there's also a lot of other things you can do, connecting joysticks, as you can see, or maybe another keyboard. It also works for Commodore 64, 128, 500, Amiga 600, and so on. There's a lot of things it can be used for. So quite excited about this. Over here I have my 3D printed Amiga 1200 case. So this is the bottom of it. I haven't done much with that. Printed it, assembled it. The top part here, I've done much more. It has been, what's it called? Yeah, connected with some super glue in the middle to become one big piece. Before it was 2 pieces. And I've got a lot of filler primer sprayed onto it, and a lot of sanding also. And yeah, so this is basically ready to be used when I get this rest of the product done. Over here we have, yeah, this is a filament spool rewinder, I guess it's called. So sometimes you might get spools that are made of cardboard, and that's not working too well for the EMS, because it will lead to a lot of dust inside of the EMS. So basically you can put the cardboard spool over here, and maybe a Bambu lab spool over here, or some other brand that is made of plastic, and then you can basically just turn this around until all the spool, or until all the filament goes from here and over to the other spool. So that's worked pretty well. And as you can see, it also has this thing here that actually goes back and forth while you're turning this one around, which ensures that the filament will be put onto the new spool nice and even, instead of just putting it onto the spool in one place. And what else? Over here I just have a lot of different tools, some different 3D printed stuff that I've made. This is actually my son who made it for Halloween, also 3D printed and painted afterwards. You can see here is the original color. My RoboCop helmet, another helmet. You might notice this one, or remember who it is. This 209 is also 3D printed. It was from Body, I think it's called, the website. It consists of around 80 pieces that's put together. Pretty cool. Over here I have my Dremel that I can just use at any given time that I want. Very handy. And I have other stuff over here, also just tools to be easy to reach out, because it's just nice to be able to have the tools at hand at any point of time. You can see that the table has 3 lamps, and actually you can turn on all the lamps right over here, and all of them are turned on except this one, because I guess I switched it off manually, but we can turn that on also. And that's pretty nice to have a lot of lights everywhere on the table. The table is by the way custom made by me. Just bought these, I don't know what's it called, but these things from IKEA, and just bought some wood, and yeah, just some ordinary plane here that I've stitched together to have one big table. Pretty nice to have. I have my sofa, which is of course meant for the TV, just to relax at any given time. And over here I have my small collection of Masters of the Universe. This is basically some nostalgia from my childhood, and they're actually not the original ones, they are the newer ones. These kind of look like the 80s, but look more cool. You can see this one is, for example, the Revelation Masters of the Universe. And I believe these ones are the classic ones, but still not the same classics as the 80s, which were actually a bit smaller and a bit less detailed. Some more 3D printed stuff up here, work in progress. I have my Masters of the Universe great book here, where it basically describes all the characters, all the figures that you can buy all over the world. Really, really cool. Over here I have some more stuff going on. For example, I have all this foam, because I'm also doing things in foam, or starting to learn at least. So this is something that I'm also a work in progress. My first attempt to using foam for building masks. That's pretty cool. More 3D printed stuff. Some Iron Man. Down here, lots of machine screws, inserts, yeah, all kind of things for also for making holes for the screws. What else? This is just a big pile of different extra things for the 3D printer. What have we got in here? More 3D printer stuff. Oh yeah, another thing here. I have actually a vacuum cleaner over here. I 3D printed this, I guess it's called like a cyclone. That so when you use it, all the dust goes from this into the cyclone, and it goes around inside of the cyclone, because the suction actually comes from this one, from the vacuum cleaner, but all the dust stays inside of the cyclone and basically is dumped into this big paint bucket, which means that my vacuum cleaner is completely or almost completely empty, and the rest, the 99%, is inside of the bucket here. So it ensures that the filter and the vacuum cleaner does not break, and it's quite easy just to empty this bucket. Let's see, what have we got in here? Actually, don't remember. Also see I have like an old Amiga 500 case. This is actually a real one, not 3D printed. What have we here? Just a lot of cables. I have some of this stuff, which should be great for doing the foam work. It's basically to protect it and make it easier to paint afterwards. I haven't tried it yet. Down here we have some different tinting foil. Some of it I, for example, used for my RoboCop helmet up here. And yeah, that's basically what it's meant for. I think lastly, if we have a look over here, I have this block here for sharpening knives. This has worked out really great. When you cut in foam, the foam gets dull, or the the knife gets dull really easy. Already after just a couple of goes on the foam, then it becomes dull, and then I can just go over here and do like this. Just a couple of times, and then it's really sharp again. Also use it for my other knives that I have around here somewhere. I can't really find it right now, but they're here, I'm sure. So I hope this gave some inspiration of what you might be able to do at home. So see you until next time.